Well, let's cross live to Delhi, where my colleague Archana Shukla is joining us from outside Parliament. In fact, she is going to be tracking all the announcements coming out of Parliament. Archana, good to see you, and thanks for coming up. What are the highlights that we can expect?
Well, remember, this is the first budget of a coalition government in the last 10 years. So this is the first time Prime Minister Narendra Modi's government will be presenting a budget with its coalition allies. So there is expectation that while the spending on capital infrastructure that we've seen over the last 10 years, which is spending massively in building roads, bridges, highways, and a subsidy push on manufacturing for export markets, that will continue. But along with that, there will be a tilt away definitely on some welfare spending. There are political allies and states that the government will need to keep in balance while announcing this budget. Remember, in the last 10 years, we've seen massive investment in capital spending, but we've also seen tax cuts for big corporations as well as subsidies to push export-based manufacturing. And this time around, there will be a focus on manufacturing, but with a focus on creating more jobs, because chronic joblessness is one of the biggest challenges facing the Modi government in its third term. Along with a fast-growing economy, we've also seen rural distress and wealth inequality grow over the last few years, and that is something that will be kept in focus also during this budget. So the focus will also be on giving something for the rural economy.
And Archana, India on paper remains one of the fastest-growing economies. In terms of growth prospects, what are we looking at?
Well, India continues to be the fastest growing, and that's the expectation. But the economic survey that was released yesterday gave a cautious approach. They've lowered down the expectation to around 6.5 to 7% for the next fiscal, and saying that artificial intelligence and climate change could be some of the external factors that could affect the growth going forward. But the government does have the money to spend. They have the fiscal capacity to spend on welfare spending even at the moment, and they could still be able to balance both.
All right, Archana Shukla, thank you very much.